Hey guys, and what is going on? Welcome to episode 2, and I wanted to do just a full training session breakdown and talk you through it because that's what most people have asked me about already. So today, basically kicking off here, my first exercise is pause a safety bar squats. I'm going to hit a heavy single for my first set. So here I'm just building up, warming up. I did a heavy single at just 105 today as well. So like it's still light, you know, compared to obviously my maxes and what I've done previously, but again, haven't really squatted properly for a very, very long time, like heavy, and definitely changing technique on these as well from the coaching feedback and things that we're obviously trying to work with here. So it feels a bit funny obviously when you change your technique, feels slower, weaker, just feels different. So I think this is my top set here with the single 105. Depth's better this week. So I think last week when we were looking at the depth, it was just a bit shy. So I think I found a bit more of a sweet spot already a week later. So that was really good. Next, I drop back and I've got to do sets of 4. So I've dropped the weight back here to about, I think it's 85. I think, yes, looks like it's 85. Pause. I'm starting to feel the technique a bit better. I don't feel that I'm sort of getting as forward on my feet, which is good. I can feel the pressure through more even through sort of the back and mid foot, which is really good. There is a real side one coming up here. So we'll have a look at this one. I definitely feel it. You can still see that the bar sort of falls forward at the top, so sort of like chest sort of, you can see here. And down, and then it's a bit better. The bar starts, it's better than last week. I think this rep here, yeah, better. And then I sort of like dipped forward there a little bit on the way up. So I am trying to be really conscious of it. I like that rep, that was much better. So, yeah, much better. And the last 2 sets of those, I actually do 6 reps, drop the weight back again by 10 kilos. So I do 6 sets of pause squats in total. GHDs. So this is really cool. This is a floor GHD. I've got this obviously for my small gym. Much more compact, right, to put up against the wall. So I've got to do 4 sets of 8 for GHDs. And the floor one's interesting because obviously, you know, compared to the normal sort of tall GHD machine where you sort of are able to really get past parallel and then use a lot of momentum to come up, you can't because there's a floor in front of you. So I've been working at getting better and better and better at these, and you can see, even though I'm still pushing slightly off the ground, previously I really had to push myself up off the ground. Like I can't do it from a dead stop at the moment, but I can really tell that I am massively improving here. Controlling on the way down, no problems at all. Really get some good tension on the way down. Hammies and calves working overtime. And then I'm just trying to use a little bit of pressure to push myself up. And then I finish really hard as well. So I really try to keep pulling up myself up. There's a couple of reps on some of these you'll see towards the end where I have to put my hands on the pad because I'm really trying my best not to use any sort of extra momentum. You can see like that was just a little pause, a little press up from there. It's not a push up or anything like that at all. It's just a little bit of momentum to get going and then really hard finish. You see over time, you see my face here really grunting, like there, it's really starting to kick in, but again, yeah, really try. I almost remember that my left calf, it grabbed and it settled, thankfully, but it was almost going to cramp. You can kind of see the calf really tensing up there in the back. Reps still look good. You saw I had to grab the pad there. So mentally, I'm not worried about the actual cramp. Like I almost got the one in the calf there. I'm able to push through the idea of, you know, pull up or stop because you're going to cramp. but it's just pulling up. I end up kind of feeling like, oh no, I'm gonna fall forward. So I grab myself or I touch the pad mainly just to stop myself from falling. So I'm definitely through the mental phase of, oh, it's gonna cramp, and I'm worried about that. Definitely that's not an issue. Dance moves as usual. And then I've got RDLs, so only three sets of 8. I think I'm still obviously quite light compared to what I've done before. Last week I said that the same, that was sort of pretty light. 95 to start off with the first set here. I want to give you some cues on this one so you can see this here, because everyone butchers RDLs. The idea here is, what you can see is I'm pushing my hip back. I'm not able to get any lower because too many people, females, particularly young girls, they do these super fast. I could slow these down as well, which I think I do in the next sets. But see how tight and controlled that is? It's not about how far down you can get. Some of these girls bounce the bar off the ground, and the problem is then their back looks like a bloody turtle shell or a cat arching, right? My back's super tight. If I go any lower, what happens is I start to hinge through a point in my back. And the moment that you hinge through the point in your back, that's where the force is all going to go through, and that's why you end up hurting yourself long term, and you're losing tension, right? Like you're losing the hamstrings and the glutes primarily doing the work. So you can see the bar stays right against my shins here. It hits my knees on the way down because the bar path doesn't move. It stays straight the whole time. It's about how far back I can push my hip. Okay, so when you're thinking about doing these, it's about how far can I push my hip back, and I basically keep going until I kind of lock out, and I feel like if I was to go any lower, I'm simply breaking through my back. So I do 3 sets of 8 of these. I bumped it up for the last, I think it was 2 sets. I wasn't really watching the weight there while I'm recording this, but up to 105. So putting a bit more decent weight on there. I think this is great technique. Still very, very controlled. I'm happy with it. The back stays tight. You don't lose the bar. So yeah, look, that's episode 2. Breakdown of one of my sessions. Questions, concerns, hit me up. And guys, please like, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Cheers.